Hi all, and welcome to this review of Constructor. It's a retro game. It's really old. It's from 1997, I think. I mean, the game settings, there's just no graphic stuff here at all. You get what you get, really. To start with, you pick your player, your colour. You can choose however many computer players you like, well, up to 3. Yeah, and your game type. So your game type can be, I mean, obviously we'll go with build, so you just build as much as you like. But you can have things that have different objectives. Hello? This is our base. It is basically where you create workers, you assign them to teams, and it's your like HQ. This box here is where you do things like building things. I mean, we first need our lumberyard, which allows us to get wood, which unlocks the first properties that you can get. Now they basically go in 3s, so we'll get our workmen to go there and build it.
What do you want?
So the lumberyard will allow you to have 3 different properties, really basic ones. They're also the most important in the game as well. You can see here it says what it is, how much it costs, and how much resources it needs. So wood, cement, brick and steel, and there's factories for each one of those. So we've built that. You can also see that the repairman as well has been put onto automatic, and he just basically goes around the properties in that square. So we'll build our first properties. So that'll be okay there. Now I screw up here. I actually make it too wide, or not wide enough, so I'm actually losing what, 5 little squares. Now that's important because if your land use goes below 90%, you can't buy any more land. So you have to basically knock down properties. You can see there how I've screwed it up. You have to knock them down and rebuild them so it takes up that space. If you're careful, the odd slip here and there isn't that big of a deal. You also need to build one of each house, and that unlocks the factory for the next lot of stuff. It's pretty basic now. You get these little crappy buildings for level 1 tenants, and after you've built all 3, you then get the, I think it's cement yard. So you can see there it says to let. So we can, first off, we'll change the fence, because the fence is crap when you first get it. So we'll just get the little wooden picket fence and we'll move somebody in. Now the first 2 tenants, these guys make kids really quick. So we want level 1 tenants, because otherwise we'll run out. And you can see there that the fence needs to be fixed. That exclamation mark is basically a complaint. I'll go through those a bit later on. They can cripple you financially, so we'll move them in. We'll get them to make level 1 tenants too. Now, tenants do die after a amount of time. If you haven't got any replacement level 1 tenants, you can't replace them, and you can get into a point where you've got loads of properties that haven't got anybody in them. You know, so the blue bases there, they're the bad guys. We'll buy some land, some adjacent to there, and you'll see the 2 little purple people make like a path around it. That's how you know it's yours. So complaints, you can see that we have these exclamation marks here. Now they've got a complaint, and it's because of this factory there. If you click on the little box in the bottom left, you go, here mate, we've got complaints because your noise is really bad. Whatever. A really easy way to fix it is just to move, just to stop working. Obviously this can be quite difficult because you need to be able to create wood, and there you go, you can see they all vanish. Now this is how you deal with the noise complaint. Some people don't pick this up quite quickly. You can use certain things that you can give to the properties, or you can fit to the properties, which will fix issues. So for example, double glazing reduces the noise and you don't get any complaints. That is the best way to do it. You can see the little red bar there shows the progress on how it's going. So we can click that and say, alright, deliver to a property, and we'll deliver to them. And you can see he's running off and he's going to drop that off. Trees as well. If you give people gardens that are too large, they go, "Here mate, you've given me a massive garden with nothing in it." Well, you have to put in trees. Capacity for yards, it's not bad when you start off. You can upgrade it and your workman will go out there and turn it into the next stage, which basically doubles the capacity. There you go, so you can see there, it's all changed and you can make twice as much. So our first task, we're having a problem with this guy here. If you don't do it in 2 years, you get sacked. Now these objectives are really important because it can end the game for you. And that's how it ended for me. At the end of this review, I left that too late and I got sacked. You can see that red line there that I've just pointed to. It's basically, if you get complaints, you get a 10%, I mean, the complaints itself, once they get to 100%, I think you get sacked anyway. So we're going to deal with this guy that we don't like, or that we've been told to get rid of, and we're going to tell our foreman, Lucas Bunnett, whatever, to take over that house. Now a good trick with this game is that initially, even though there's workmen around, they don't stop you. Later on, when the properties are worth more and it's a lot bigger, they actually go for you. But we'll speed this up, and he goes around the edge and just takes over. You can also do this with key things as well, so if you don't want, if you want to take something out, then just take over it and sell it. So we've got hippies as well. There's loads of different gangs that can affect the properties. There's bikers, thieves, hippies. So we don't like him. He's making life miserable for them. So we'll get rid of him. So let's kick his ass. Oh, actually, hang on. Alright, someone's trying to take over one of our properties as well. So we need to stop him, because otherwise he'll take that house and he'll move his own guy in there, and then we won't be able to do anything with it. Or they'll just leave it and it'll explode, or they'll sell it. That's not on. So there's no point trying to kill the people who try to take over, because you just can't do it. They just get knocked out. So things like thieves, hippies, they can get killed, but the foreman can't. They're worth too much. I think it takes, to convert workers into foremen, it takes 4, which is a lot. You see there that I'm trying to kill him again, just to see if the second time I'll kill him. Now, when you defend him, the properties, it's fine. But when you attack them on their own, their workmen come as well. You can see they've all got nail guns and they're all trying to fight each other. Yeah, and then once he's knocked out again, the workmen go away. But he's knocked out, so he's just going to get up again, so there's not much point.
Who's that?
Right, so we'll replace that fence because he's complaining that his fence has been destroyed. So we'll get that sorted, done, and the complaint goes away. So we'll deal with this hippie now. All the workmen are going over there to kill him. Now he can be killed, so he won't bother us again. I mean, they are actually quite strong. That might be the drugs, perhaps. Who knows? I remember playing this game many years ago. I think when it first came out I played it, and I thought it was really good. It was so frustrating that you could play for hours and then you could just lose. You could get sacked because you haven't built a park or you haven't gotten rid of a tenant. That really annoyed us. You can see here as well, look, they've actually built, because I've got spare land, the other team has built a house on that land. That's really bad. That's cheeky. So what we basically need to do is fill that land up so they can't build anymore. So land encroaches. Bloody cheek of it. So we're gonna basically just take up that land. So they can't do anything else with it. We're gonna basically just take over that house that they've built. Now I've moved the guys there at the front, so if anybody starts trouble and tries to stop him, we can kind of get in there to prevent him from being stopped. And I've also bought more land too. Right, so we've taken that house over, so it's now mine. So we would usually sell that house and you get like 12 grand for it or something, but we might as well just keep it. So we can't move anybody in because we haven't got any people to move in. Right, and now we have thieves. So this guy's been nicking from sites, from the wood place and the cement factories and things. So we need to get rid of him. So there are a couple of options. We're going to use Mr. Fix-It, which basically goes and he wires up properties or does the gas on properties. It basically makes them set fire quicker, or it makes them just explode because of the gas leak. So we'll send him and he can tinker with a few things. You can see there how we didn't have any level 1 tenants to replace the ones that had died. So you can see there that that's a gangster dealing with another hippie. So we failed to produce enough level 1 guys, so we can't move them in. So once you have a house that is actually vacant, hippies can move in and they squat. And that's really hard to get rid of them. Also, they can get infested, so you can get cockroaches that move in and then they stroll around and panic people and they put complaints in. So Mr. Fix-It is on his ladder there and he's just sorting that out. Of course there is a much easier way, and that is just to kill him. And you can see he's going out there, so he's going out nicking, so yeah, it will blow eventually, but it'll take a while. So just kill him when he steps on your turf, and there you are. So he's trying to steal something, so he's pretty much dead. We'll get the gangster over there to stab him, because the gangster is a lot stronger than a worker. Yeah, and his health's going down pretty quick. You can see there how you got the cockroach issue. You can't move people in when there's cockroaches there. The only thing you can do is repair the house completely, and it obviously costs money, so they won't move in. Your title here, episode, great, nice one, Johnny. Forget that. Right, so we had an objective to build a park. Alright, I've obviously missed that out. Build a park in 2 years, or you get sacked. So you think you have a lot of time. You think, yeah, 2 years in game time is quite a long time, but unfortunately it's not, because that's 5 minutes. I think 10 minutes is 1 year. So when you look at it like that, I wasted 5 minutes, and it takes a long time to build a park. So I've sped this up. This is all really quick. By the plus side though, I do have lots of money. You can see at the top left there, I've got loads of money. So it's going through and basically building things, sorting out tenants. Okay, so now I'm looking for where the park needs to be, called Beaverbrook. So there. So buy that land, go to it, and then place the park. Now, I don't want to have that land because it's right next to their sites. So I'll make the park as big as I can get it while still fitting a property, because don't forget we need to have a house on that land. otherwise we can't build any. We can't buy anymore. So there's the park, and we'll build a house. There we go. Right. So a subway site is really important. It allows the guy from the gadget place who delivers the pond and the trees to get there really quick. Unfortunately, I made a mistake and I didn't place one right outside of the factory shop itself, so you have to walk all the way around. So they started building it and I've run out of bricks. So that's one massive issue. So now I've got to make bricks, which takes forever.
Righto.
Right, so you can see there I've only got 287 days left. So it's ticking down really quick, and I've just built the park. In fact, the park isn't even built yet. So we'll place the trees. I need 8 trees. And I've already placed the pond. And because that will finish the objective, I'm free to place anything else I want. So dog kennels. That prevents them from basically trying to take over. Alright, so the park's built, the house is built, and he's got what, 3 trees? But look, I've got 4 days left, which is not enough. So at the end of the month, I'm screwed basically. I'm dead. All that hard work and effort gone. Yeah, and that's what's really frustrating about this game. I mean, it is a game, you are supposed to be able to die and lose. So, what, 5 trees. So I needed to plant 3 more trees and I would have succeeded. Here we go. So by fired, they actually mean dead. Here we go. That's me in the coffin, because I didn't do my job. Put me in a coffin and I'm going to get buried alive. Which is a little bit harsh. Also calling me A.loser is a bit harsh too. But at least got a wreath. I mean, check out the lifelike graphics. These graphics are actually quite good for the time that the game was made. And this is quite scary. Just like Scream. What a scary film. So bad luck, you failed to use the park in time, and I'm dead. Thumbs up and subscribe if you like this, and I'll hopefully be doing some more soon. Thanks for watching.